Hello my loves, it's Kat, how are you? So today we have another pick a card, and today's pick a card is what are your unique gifts? What sort of gifts do you possess that not many do? So, in order to find out, you are going to choose a card or a crystal. You may be called to choose multiple, and that's completely alright. You may even watch all of them if you feel called to do so. So here we have pile number 1 with amethyst. Pile number 2 with rose quartz, and pile number 3 with crackle quartz. So when you have made your decision, go down to the description box to find your timestamp. I will give you a few seconds to decide, and when you're ready, I will see at your reading. Ready? Let's go. Hello my beautiful pile number 1, so you chose the amethyst. And number 28, gracious receptivity. So what I see with this gracious receptivity card is that, how should I say this? One of your greatest gifts is your generosity. And the fact that, oh my god, there we go, now it's straight. I feel like you have harnessed gratitude. You are an amazing manifester, and this helps you manifest everything you've ever desired. And you don't mind sharing it with others. You don't mind at all. I see kind of like you are a giver. You are a giver. And the funny thing is that you also manage to not lose anything while you give, which is really interesting. Like, I'm thinking of maybe like Oprah type of person. She's a giver, just like that. And she is immensely abundant as well. That is your greatest gift. You feel so soft and so warm. And you have this I got you attitude, and which people, I'm actually starting to tear up because that is just so beautiful, and it's making me feel such relief, you know, like one of your greatest gifts is that you are able to relieve people. Like, I got you, don't worry, I got you. Like, it's okay, I got you. Like, that is the type of feeling that you give to other people. Like, they are covered. Like, you got their back. Like, that is amazing. Oh, and so beautiful. I wish I had a friend like you. I wish you were my friend. Oh my god. What are pile number 1's unique gifts? We have the wolf. I don't actually know what that sitkeys. These cards are in Finnish. Stretchy? No. Let me just... Resilience. Resilience is the word, of course. So what this says in Finnish is, I can stretch to the extreme. Not quite right, but close enough. Oh, it's sometimes hard to translate Finnish because you have a lot of words that we don't, and we have a lot of words that you don't. So it's a little different. But yeah, like, you go to the extreme to help other people. You go to the extreme when you try to help yourself. You go to the extreme when you're manifesting things. Like, some people are like manifesting at their comfort level, but you're like, no, I'm just gonna manifest €1,000,000, $1,000,000, because that's what I'm comfortable with, because I am amazing and I like the extreme. You seem like a fun person to be around, but also someone, you feel like a person who has gone through a lot. You feel like a person who had a really rough background but became a millionaire and loved by millions of people. You feel like that. Like from poverty to riches type of story that inspires other people. That is what I feel here. What are the unique gifts of pile number 1? I feel like you were a lone wolf in the past, or you are still, but in the end you won't be a lone wolf. You will find your pack. You will definitely find your pack, especially with that generosity of yours. And I feel like it's not easy to fool you. You may have given in the past to people who did not deserve it, but that's not happening anymore. Like, you've learned your lesson. I will take the first card. Chocolate. Oh my goodness. Chocolate. Yeah. I did say you seem sweet, didn't I? And I was tasting something in my mouth, and now I'm realizing it was in fact chocolate. Oh my goodness. Nourish your body and soul. Oof. Beautiful. There is this sweetness and velvetness. I don't know why I'm saying like velvet, but you feel like velvet. I don't know why, but soft and silky and smooth. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but yeah, if you were a treat of some kind or a sweet, you would be chocolate. Something, because chocolate is like really comforting and just like a kind of sweet, I think. And it's sexy. Chocolate is sexy, and so are you. You have a sexy feel about you. You definitely do. Okay. What are pile number 1's unique gifts? What are pile number 1's unique gifts? The swan. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Demonstrate grace and majesty. Majesty. Yeah, majesty. Okay, yeah, got it. Demonstrate grace and oh my god, that is such a hard word. Majesty. I thought you felt like that. I thought you felt like that. You feel expensive. You feel like luxury. And I feel like people get that. People understand that you are luxury. Not many people can enjoy your generosity. But those that do, oh boy. Have they ever been more grateful? Yeah. Also, like with swans, they are beautiful and graceful and just beautiful to look at, but they are feisty. They are almost like dickheads sometimes, aren't they? Like, if you remember, I was just shown. Do you remember in Gilmore Girls when Jess had the black eye and he refused to tell like how it happened, and people thought he had been fighting, but he got attacked by a swan. Not funny. Not funny. That's actually dangerous, but a little funny. Anyway, also with the wolf here, you are so fierce. You are so, so fierce. It's almost like, are you in those piles where I talk about Outlander a lot? Have you been in one of those piles? Have I told you that you remind me of Claire before? Because I've said that a few times. But this time, what I get about the side I get from Claire is that she's really graceful. She's really beautiful. She's able to adapt really quickly. I mean, she adapted from traveling 200 years back in time. She adjusted to that time. Then she had to adjust to being a wife again. Then she had to adjust to be a like a, what is it called? Like a lady of the house. Like she had to adapt to become a lady, like a very high-end lady, and then she had to adapt being a nurse, a combat nurse, and traveling with the army and not having really good quality of life because of the war that was going on and stuff like that. Like, she's so quickly adapting. She can go from sleeping under the stars in the mud to sleeping in silk sheets, like that. I feel like you have the same quality about you. Like, you adapt so damn quickly. What unique gifts do pile number 1 have? Oh, and then she had to adjust to her life back 200 years back in her time, and then going back again, becoming a mother, becoming a doctor, becoming a surgeon in a time where women didn't become doctors. Like, she was one of the firsts. Deep quiet, meditation and stillness. You also have this gift of being alone. You love being alone. You love your alone time. You love your meditations. You love your moments alone. I like that. I like that about you. You feel like we should hang out. We should definitely hang out. Yeah. You feel great. You feel awesome. You don't mind being alone. It's also kind of fun to have people around, but I feel like you'd rather spend time alone because it's just ideal for you. Also, with the swan, aren't they the type of birds that bond with another? You seem like a very loyal person to me, and you appreciate loyalty in return. You have a very tiny circle, and in this circle you give everything you've got to these people. But have I said this before as well? Because I feel like I've said it a few times as well. This is also from Outlander. You feel like a person who casts a very warm light upon those you trust. I almost said she, but but upon those that you trust, and a very cold shadow upon those that you don't trust. That you feel like that to me. You have so much love to give, but you know that you can easily be taken advantage of, and you have been before, and you will not let that happen again. Let's get some tarot. What are pile number one's unique gifts? Oh my god, okay. So we have daughter and son of staffs. You have this fire that burns really bright in you. You're also very heavily protected by your... I feel like there's a connection with the grandmother because of the butterfly here. The butterfly always reminds me of... Well, it doesn't remind me of... What's the right word? It symbolizes a grandmother who has possibly passed on. You have this fire inside of you and people can really feel it. And you're not afraid to shine it. You're not afraid to shine it. And with this light, you have a lot of gifts. You don't have just one or a few. You have a lot of different gifts. And you don't mind sharing them with others. I think that is what makes you really different. You don't mind sharing. You don't mind sharing at all. As long as your gifts are appreciated accordingly. What are pile number one's unique gifts? 8 of coins. I see. You are a jack of all trades. You work on your crafts a lot. You have a lot of different passions and you work on them really hard. You're really good at many different things. That is another unique gift that you have. You're good at so many different things. It's almost like whenever something new comes across, like okay, yeah, I could try that. You realize that, you know, actually I'm pretty good at this too. Like you're never really bad at things. And if you are really bad at things, which is insanely rare, it won't take you long. It won't take you a lot of practice to become at least average. I feel like whenever you try a new thing, you're usually almost always pretty average on it. And then when you try a little bit harder, you become really good. Like you're naturally good at things. Like you're hardly ever bad at things. Yeah. Yeah. You master your skills. Definitely. Pile number one, what are their unique gifts? Okay. We have 3 of coins. Yeah, with the 3 of coins, it talks about cooperation often. I feel like you're really a team person, a team leader. You are a leader. You have that leader quality in you, but you are an excellent leader. Someone who can inspire, someone who can help the team work together, someone who can hold it together. You're really good with people, and I feel like that is why you need a lot of alone time to kind of recharge. Because it takes a lot of energy from you to be around people because you are this fixer person. You also remind me of James Fraser now. Like that quality he has. Like he's able to connect with people in a really great way. Let's get your last card. What are pile number one's unique gifts? Oh, dear God. What are pile number one's unique gifts? Oh my goodness. These cards are driving me nuts. What are pile number one's unique gifts? Last card. Oh, Jesus. Let me pick this up first. I wonder if I'm missing something. Something I haven't said. Oh, also, you have a really... Because sometimes I've noticed if I can't get a card, it's because there is still a message on the table I haven't touched on. So I was just wondering about that. Yeah, there is a message here. You have an insanely good ability to handle stress. I feel like whenever there is stress in your life, you kind of speed up. You're able to handle it really well. And then after it's done, you rest. Like you're really good at regulating yourself and regulating your hormone levels all on your own. What are Pineapple One's unique gifts? Alchemist! Oh good! I thought so! You are an insane manifester. Like, you can manifest almost anything. Like, I feel like you would be able to also ask the weirdest signs. Like, show me a white bunny wearing a blue apron holding a red watering can. If this is meant for me. And then you see exactly that. I feel like you could ask anything. You could really ask anything and it would be shown to you. But also you are so capable of manifesting anything into your life. And I feel like the trick here is your gratitude. You're so grateful for everything that you have. And that is the trick here. Because of the gracious receptivity, it talks about being grateful and that being handed to you and being generous without expecting anything in return. That is the kind of person you are, and these are your amazing, unique gifts. So these were all the messages I had for you. I really hope you enjoyed. I would really love to read for you again, and I hope I see you in my next one. Bye! Hello, my beautiful Pineapple. So you chose the rose quartz. And number 23, endless opportunities. So what I see with this card is that you have a gift of jumping and shifting timelines as well as seeing them physically. I have had only one experience where I have been able to see the different timeline, so I'm gonna tell you as an example. It was really weird. This has only ever happened once, but I remember, so as you probably know, I study laboratory tech, I don't know, well, chemistry. Let's just say chemistry. Well, as I was coming out of the lab in school, I went to the bathroom and I was washing my hands and this girl popped in. She's in my class, but we hardly ever talk. We don't run in the same circles and we didn't speak at all. But then I was taken to a timeline where we were like laughing and talking and having fun because we were best friends. And this only happened for a few seconds and then I was brought back to the original timeline and where we didn't talk. And that, ever since I had that vision, I've always thought like what if we started talking on our first day when we started school? We could be best friends now, but we're not because we're not in that timeline. So it was really weird, but I feel like you have a lot of these visions. Vision. Yes, okay, got it. Vision. Yes, I feel like you have those a lot. Or those are kind of like sent to you. You can see different timelines, not just for you, but for other people as well. That is quite powerful. What unique gifts does pile number... Oh, okay. We have the bee. Well-being, I take good care of my well-being. Okay, okay. I feel like this also resonates with the timelines. I feel like you can always jump to the highest timeline when you see one. That is something that you're able to do. But also, like, being able to take care of your well-being, that is rather rare in my opinion, because it's really hard for people. For some reason, people really struggle taking care of themselves. And there are different reasons for this, but it's rather rare to be, now that I think of it, to actually take care of your well-being and not try to sabotage yourself. That is rather rare as well. What unique gifts do... Oh, okay. On the floor, of course. Let me just pick that up. Ooh, oh no. Plum. Overcome your challenges. Yes, you feel like a warrior to me. You really do. I feel like one of your challenges has been taking care of yourself. Perhaps you had a bit of a challenging start to life, but you were always able to see the highest timeline. And that drove you forward to actually start taking care of yourself and to thrive or strive to have a better life. That is something that I see. Ooh. What unique gifts do my beautiful pile number 2s have? Sheep. Act with fortitude and cooperation. Yes, you work with your angels, you work with your spirit guides, you work with them to create this. You have a very strong connection with your spirit guides or angels or what universe, whatever you may want to call it, God, whomever, yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's get our final oracle card and then move on to tarot. What unique gifts do pile number 2 have? Galactic mushroom, the divine matrix. Wow. So what I'm getting with that card is that you actually have some knowledge beyond time. You give me some... Your energy reminds me of Lexi, the Leo. Like, she is very high up there, out there in the spirit world. And I feel like you have the same thing. Like, you are very much in the spirit world. I feel like you were mostly a spirit guide to others, but now this time you decided to reincarnate on Earth. For what? I'm not quite sure. But you have a lot of knowledge, a knowledge that I do not have access to, so I can't really talk about it. I feel like you may be able to tap into Akashic records, for example. But other than that, I don't know. I don't have access to all of that information at the moment, if ever. It's kind of like there is so much going on below. Like with the mushroom, you can only see the top, but you have no idea how much is actually going on underground when the mushroom is, like, the entire biome is working. Like, it's crazy. There is something going on below the surface that I cannot see. That is really interesting. Super interesting. I really wish I would know, but I have no idea. This is out of my capabilities. Okay. We have the Ace of Cups. Oh, I have all the cards falling down. Like a house of cards here. Yeah. You are also able to give to others, but you know what's funny about this Ace of Cups here is that the same amount of water that is flowing out is also flowing in. So you don't help others at the expense of yourself. That is really good. I wish more people were able to do that. But you're able to take care of others, but as well as yourself. It's so rare to see someone who is so deeply into taking care of themselves. That is so rare to me. So incredibly rare. I feel like you will easily say no to people if that is not something you feel like doing. If you know that it's going to take a lot of energy from you and you just don't feel like you can handle that at the moment. I feel like you can easily say no to people. Oh, God. I'll be right back. I'm gonna clean this up. I'm sorry. All right, let's keep going then. Sorry about that. The cards just exploded on me. Oh, okay. I'm being drawn to taking... Oh my God. Actually not. Let's not. I got really mixed signals whether I should be taking those or not. So I just trust that if they were meant to be, they will come back out, because that always happens to me. If I put a card back that was meant, then it will always come out again. And that sometimes happens in readings for me. So there was the Moon, the Queen of Wands, and the Tower that I saw. So, what unique gifts do pile number 2s have? You may not, like, what I can tell you is that you have only accessed like 10% of your capabilities. You have really strong psychic gifts. You might even be a medium. You have such strong gifts. You have only accessed 10% of it. You have no idea what you're capable of. And I feel like you may have an idea, but you don't. You don't have an idea. Is there a message on the table? Because I can't seem to get a card. Endless opportunities. You remind me of Neo from The Matrix. That is who you remind me of. But at the same time, you also remind me of Morpheus, but mostly Neo, I think. So then we have the Empress. You take such good care of yourself. You take such good care of others. Funny that it's also under the B here. You take such good care of others and yourself. I feel like you're really connected to your divine feminine and Mother Nature or Mother Earth. You're really connected. I'm also being told you may want to work with Mother Gaia. I feel like you may be my witch pile or witchy pile. We have Sah of Coins. So the King of Coins. You are really good at manifesting things. You're especially really good at manifesting abundance. And you have really great gifts upon that. And I feel like a part of it has to do with you being so connected with Divine Feminine. That has a huge part in it. I see someone who works out a lot, someone who goes to the gym, someone who runs all the time, someone who takes really good care of themselves physically, but also mentally. That is a really rare combination, in my opinion. Usually people just concentrate on one thing, like physical well-being or emotional well-being or spiritual well-being. I still see those timelines. You being able to jump timelines. Maybe perhaps that is why you're so capable of manifesting so much abundance, because you can jump timelines so easily. Pile number 'So then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Is this the Wheel of Fortune? I have to check actually. Number 10. Oh, yeah, it is the Wheel of Fortune. I accidentally said, yeah, it is in Finnish, accidentally. Yeah, you have a really big destiny on this earth. That is probably why you reincarnated. You have a destiny here. You have something very important work to do here. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with your psychic gifts. That is your biggest thing. That's what you're meant to be doing here. You have to use your psychic gifts to help other people. That is why you came here. You used to be mostly a spirit guide, but now you decided to come here because you have a perfect gift for something that needs to be done over here. That's why you came. We have 6 of Pentacles. You are so generous too. Like whatever some of you may have been drawn to pile number 1. If you were, you may want to check that out. If you weren't, ignore this message. But you're also really generous. And I also see like money just keeps flowing to you. If you let it, money would flow to you from endless sources. It just would. Like whenever you need money, money just finds you. Think about your past. When was the last time you really needed money? And tell me what happened. What happened that time? Where did the money come from when you needed it? Because it had to come from somewhere. It always does, especially with you. It just comes. Let's get a few more cards since we have some time left. So final messages. What are pile number 2's unique gifts? You have so many unique gifts, by the way. You have so many, and I can't even comprehend all of them. Final messages. What are pile number 2's unique gifts? Yeah, we have strength. You are really strong. You have so much power. I think you should start developing your mediumship, because there's something out there. There's something you need to learn further. A lot actually that you need to learn further, but You need to start developing your spiritual gifts. That is why you're here. That is why you came here, to learn, to access them. Because I feel like when you were a spirit guide, you weren't quite able to tap into your gifts. You had them, but they were kind of like in storage. You came to this earth in order to use those gifts, because this is the only way you were able to use them. Oh. Number 6. I have no idea what this card is. I'm gonna check from the little book. See, the names are a little bit different. They aren't the usual names. Not quite sure what language. Is it Arabic? I think it might be Arabic. Oh, it's the lovers. Oh, of course. Yeah, the lovers talks about balance between heart and mind, healthy boundaries, passion, relationships, inevitable decisions. Yeah, you also came here to experience love. There is a soulmate out here for you that you're looking for, or they are looking for you, or the both ways. That's also part of your destiny. You have this really deep way to love. I don't know how to explain this, but you have the potential of having the love of lifetimes. Kind of like James and Claire Fraser. I feel like their love story is one of the best out there. And I feel like you could experience something very similar. We also have 7 of Coins. You have so much patience. You have so much patience, which comes with knowledge. Yeah. Like, how should I put this? The 7 of Coins often talks about sowing seeds and waiting for them to sprout. But in this one, the tree is already there and the work is done, and he's just waiting, enjoying what he has created. There is so much you need to do on this earth, and a lot of it takes a long time. But you can do it. You have so many gifts. I can't even tell you what they are because they're just out of my reach. Spiritually, you're way out of my league, or I am way out of your league. I don't know which way it's supposed to be ever, but wow, your gifts are really, really strong, and you need to learn how to use them. You need to learn how to harness them. But yeah, this is what I had for you. I really hope you enjoyed. I would really love to read for you again, and I hope I see you in my next one. Bye! Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. So you chose the Crackle Quartz. And number 37, Mount Shasta. So what I get with this card is cards. Am I supposed to have another? Because I was thinking about it. Like, let's take another. Anyway, what I was about to say with this card is that you have a very strong connection to star beings. And I see someone right now. I see someone talking to the stars, talking to the moon. That may be a confirmation that you are in the right pile. But I see someone actually doing that, talking to their soul star families. You would be a really good channeler of different star beings. That might be your unique gift. Okay. Nurture nature. That's a tongue twister. Number 14. Okay. So you are a starseed, but you came on this earth. It's a part of a mission that you have. I feel like you belong in many different, especially Lemurian. I know that these are Lemurian cards, but this card talks about being connected to the Lemurian star seeds. I don't know what the word is. Oh my god, you keep getting 2 cards of everything. So first we have salmon with sisu. It's a Finnish word for being determined, I guess. I can get to my goals despite challenges. And then you have, I don't know what the bird is, but it's the cuckoo bird, I think. And this word talks about being your own voice. I have my own unique voice. So that's part of your gift as well, having a unique voice. And you're really determined. You may be a singer. This gift may be a gift that you've had in different lifetimes. Rejoice and laugh. You're also really creative. Perhaps this creative thing is about this voice that you have. Perhaps you're supposed to use your voice in a creative way. In creative way, not way. I wonder how I'm supposed to... Well, let's just put these together like this, the ones that came in double, so I have enough room for everything. Like this. What unique gifts do pile number 3s have? We have the panda bear. Stay balanced and in your essence. You are really unique as a whole. You are really unique, and I feel like a lot of people have tried to put you in different boxes, I guess you could say. But you never fit in anything. I feel like for the longest time you tried to fit in, but then you decided that, you know, that's never gonna work out. And good for you. Good for you. You don't have to. You don't have to fit in anywhere. Even if you want to, even if you wanted to, I think you would have been really unhappy if you had managed to fit yourself in a hole where, in a different shaped hole than you are. I think you would have been really unhappy. So it's a good thing that you never fit in. That's my point. Even if it makes you sad that you don't belong or fit in anywhere. You do belong in somewhere. You just haven't found the right shaped hole for yourself. But it's out there. It's out there. Probably if you... I feel like I should encourage you to look up some starseed families, and I don't have the vocabulary for this sort of thing. I have to admit, I haven't really looked into star families yet myself. I'm looking into other stuff, but I will someday, but I just haven't yet, so I don't really have the words to express what I really want to say, or the message that I really want to give. But what I want to say is that you should look into it yourself. Pile number 3. What are their unique gifts? Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. Oh my god. So with the Garden of Venus, I see that you have a really beautiful what's the word? Imagination. 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 You have a really beautiful imagination. And I feel like you are a little bit the type of person who would walk their heads high up in the clouds. I also see that you have a really strong, what is that chakra? Third eye chakra, and then crown chakra. You have a really strong crown chakra. And what should I also say? What was it? What was the message? I also feel like you have a very curious way of dressing. I don't know why this is coming up, but you are rather unique on your own. Like your gift, your unique gift is the gift of uniqueness. Like you don't fit in, you don't belong. You're so out of place, like it was planned that way, like moon during the day. Like it's beautiful, it's odd, it's strange. I love it. It's a little crazy and I like it. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. I feel like you may be really good with technology too, if I didn't say that already. What are pile number 3's unique gifts? Son of Cups. So this is the Prince of Cups. You are a dreamer. You are very much in touch with your feelings. And what I also feel like, you're a really good friend. I don't think that you have many friends, but the ones that you do have, they are really, really good. But also you are a great friend to them as well. You're a dreamer. We also have 3 of Coins. You are a team player, very much so. What else? What else? You're a dream. A dream? You're a dream? Is that what I was gonna say? I have no idea. I feel like you're someone who keeps the group together. I feel like you're the funny one, the glue of the group. Not necessarily the leader, but the fun one. The one that people would love to have in their groups. You know, they're like, oh my god, yes. They are in my group. Finally. That is what I feel. So we have then 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords talks about kind of not belonging in a group then. But this is kind of like not fitting in. I feel like you pretend really well that you belong in somewhere, but you really deeply inside you don't really belong. Like you know that it doesn't feel right. But other people see you as someone who is very a team player, a really good and essential part of the team, but you don't feel like you belong. You don't feel like you belong at all. But you try really hard. And it's not really working out. What unique gifts? Here we have Daughter of Cups. We have now the Sun and Daughter of Cups. and we have another musical instrument. So I feel like you have a gift of music as well as gift of technology. Maybe you make like, what is it called when you make music, like with those buttons and stuff on your computer? What is that called? I see someone doing that. And being really good at it too. I see someone doing that. Oh, that's so cool. I've always wanted to try that, but it looks so complicated. Okay. We have the moon. Oh, finally. You have really strong psychic gifts. I feel like you are kind of like a mix between pile number 1 and pile number 2. You may have been drawn to either one of those, so you may want to check those out if you did. If you didn't feel drawn to any of those, then you can ignore this message. But yeah, you have really strong psychic gifts, and this is also kind of like, look at that cat. Like I said in the beginning, like I see someone like staring at the moon, kind of like, whoa. Hi, friend. How are you? I don't know. Whenever I see the moon, I always say, hi, friend. Hi, my old friend. I don't know why. Because maybe they are my old friend. I take that as a confirmation. Okay. Let's get some more cards. What are the unique gifts of pile number 1? 5 of Cups. Yeah. This also talks about not belonging. Depression and feeling like you don't belong. This always comes with when you are a starseed. You always have this feeling of not belonging. Well, let me tell you something. If you did manage to squeeze yourself in there, you would be really, really unhappy. I'm not saying that you're not unhappy right now. You just haven't found your place. You haven't found your people. And there are people out there. I mean, there are probably, I don't know how many, maybe 10 people watching this pile. I want to say 10. I don't know, hopefully more, but judging my views, I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, if all 10 of you resonate with this pile, then you could, you know, hook up in the comments. Like, that's a possibility. A big one. What are the unique gifts of pile number 1? Pile number 3, sorry. Pile number 3. What are the unique gifts of pile number 3? Okay. We have the 6 of Swords. And Nafs, which is the devil. The fact that these came together, I feel like you have a habit of ghosting people. I don't know why, but yeah, I feel like you have a habit of ghosting people. Or just leaving without saying goodbye. That is also an option, because they came out together. But otherwise, but what do these have to do with the unique gifts? Is it the fact that people will miss them when they're gone? Because that's what it feels like. Like, people really miss you when you're gone. Especially, like, you don't necessarily see this, but people really think that you're a really good team member. So that would make sense. You may not think that they're gonna miss you, but they actually really will miss you. Let's get one more card. Final message, pile number 3. What unique gifts do they have? Yeah, you're really good at what you do. You really work on your craft, you really work on your skills. You may have a lot of skills, but I see that you work really hard on the skills that you do have. This could be kind of like you're a little bit obsessed with a field or something. It could be like music, could be technology, like you're really into that one thing or a few things. I don't think that you have I don't think that you have many things. They could also be in the same field. Like let's say you're really interested, let's talk about music. Let's say that you're really into singing, but also dancing and also writing songs. So those all come, they're all like under the same umbrella. So it could be that you have a lot of different interests under the same umbrella. But you're really good at what you do, and you should really work on these gifts because they're going to be really important for you. But yeah, I think these were all the messages I had for you. I really hope you enjoyed. I would really love to read for you again, and I hope I see you in my next one. Bye!